All right, I just took one of my puff pastries and I have that on my greased 13 by 9. I'm next gonna be going in with some strawberry pie filling. And I'm gonna take a big serving of that. Oh, look at those strawberries. And I'm just gonna be placing that right onto our thawed puff pastry. And you can feel free to use any kind of pie filling you'd like. I just had strawberry in my pantry for this decadent little brunch item. Make sure that's all spread out. We do want to make sure not too close to the edges, just like so. Perfect. Next, I'm going to be going in with our fresh cut strawberries just to add a little bit of freshness to this super, super yummy breakfast brunch recipe. And placing those all in, you can also use like blueberry, blackberry, any kind of berry, but the strawberry on strawberry combo is hard to beat. This is one of my family's favorite little brunch dessert recipes. I love making this. It's very nostalgic for me as well. And you'll see in a moment why. We're just placing those fresh strawberries all over our puff pastry, just like so. I mean, look at the color on that already. Looks so beautiful. All right, next I'm going in with my second puff pastry out of that same box, making sure that it's thawed. And what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be placing that right on top, just like so. Not too hard, beautiful. And I'm gonna be taking my fork and we're just gonna be pressing those sides together to kind of create like a little pillow for those delicious filling of strawberry and the pie filling. I don't know if you can tell what I'm making, but it's kind of starting to look like one of our childhood favorite breakfasts. I know it was one of my childhood favorite breakfasts. Just getting that nice little crust, and that's gonna crisp up really nicely for us. See how we got a little close on the edge right there, but that's all right. We're in the kitchen, we're cooking, we're making a mess. We are okay. On this last corner here, beautiful. Ooh, yummy. All right, and then to make sure that this cooks all the way, we wanna make sure that we're poking little holes just so that it gets well ventilated. I'm just poking 3 right across each kind of layer of that puff pastry. And to make sure that this crisps up really, really nice in the oven, I just have some simple egg wash, and we're gonna be dredging that all over our puff pastry, strawberry filling, deliciousness. This is basically gonna be like a large Pop-Tart. Yum. It's gonna be super, super yummy. And like I said, it's very nostalgic. I know for all those 90s babies. For me, this was what we grew up eating, breakfast, sometimes lunch and dinner. But I loved a good Oreo Pop-Tart. The cinnamon sugar one was a really good classic one. I even liked enjoying these frozen and not in the toaster. They were so delicious. They're hard to beat. And the more egg we're placing on this, the browner and crispier it is going to be, so don't be shy with that egg wash. Oh my gosh, this is coming together super, super nicely. All right, making sure that that's all covered. I'm gonna be placing this in the oven for about 20-25 minutes at 350. All right, while that's in the oven, we are going to make our Pop-Tart topping. To make that, we're gonna start with some powdered sugar. I'm gonna place about, let's say, about 1.5 cups right into our mixing bowl. Just like so. And just the tiniest bit of milk goes a long way for this icing, the tiniest bit. I would say maybe about a tablespoon, just to be on the safe side. And of course, we're gonna be adding our vanilla extract. That's just gonna add that touch of deliciousness into our frosting mixture. And we're just gonna go ahead and mix that right up for that delicious Pop-Tart icing. All right, that's about the consistency we want for our delicious topping. Kind of see how that drips. Ooh, delicious. And you could do like a cinnamon sugar frosting. You could do any kind of flavor like a strawberry to go with this, but just the classic icing is what we're looking for this recipe. Wow, look at how amazing this Pop-Tart turned out. We let it cool for about 5-10 minutes. We're just gonna grab that right off of our 13 by 9, and we are going to place it onto our serving platter, just like so. And of course, we cannot forget our icing. We let that sit in the fridge for about 10-15 minutes, and we're just gonna go right on in with our icing all over our Pop-Tart. Oh my gosh, my mouth is watering. This is kind of looking more like a toaster strudel, but the combination of the two we can't go wrong with. More icing, the better. Beautiful. We're just gonna spread that out all over our strawberry puff pastry. Oh my gosh, that crunch. Can you hear that crunch from the puff pastry and the egg wash?
Yummy.
Oh my goodness. And of course, we cannot forget the iconic Pop-Tart sprinkles. And I'm just gonna go right over and just gently, oh my gosh, it's so darling. Look at how freaking adorable that is. Oh, beautiful. All right, and now we are ready to serve. I'm just gonna go right on in. We're gonna cut it right down the middle. Oh my God, that frosting, look at the flaky crust on that. And then we're gonna cut it so that everyone can get a little slice. Those sprinkles just add that beautiful touch of color that we're looking for. Oh my gosh, I am excited. Look at how freaking, oh, those strawberries look amazing. That crust, super flaky. I'm just gonna go right on in too. I'm not even gonna be mad about it. Super, super good. Hot, but good.